Alright, let's start.
A train groping and a murder seem to occur simultaneously. Yagami relentlessly pursues these cases, attempting to poke holes in each. After confronting Akihiro Ehara, the key figure in both crimes, he witnesses a harrowing video that provides more questions than answers. In it, a bound man pleads for his life, but his attacker, bound by vengeance, snuffs it out.
Well, well, well.
So the murder footage is already making the rounds online. I don't think it's showing up on TV, though.
Yeah, the net's a mess right now. It's all unsubstantiated rumors and unverified sources. Typical, really. An ex-cop going from by-the-book sex offender to vigilante avenger overnight is prime forum drama. Sentiment seems to be swinging in favor of Ehara, but there's plenty of folks on the fence about it, too. The reactions have been all over the board.
Do we know if that video is authentic? I mean, CG has come a long way, right?
Oh, or perhaps a deep fake. That is plausible. AI has reached the point where it can generate pretty convincing facsimiles.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Someone even made a video that made it look like the US president was saying a bunch of crazy stuff. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Deep fakes are only getting more authentic looking.
Can't guys like you tell if a video is fake or not, though? Aren't there any signs?
Oh, there are several telltale signs of a video being doctored. So I ran every check I could think of on the murder footage. And wouldn't you know it, nothing came up. Most likely, we're looking at the real deal.
Most likely?
Well, no one can claim with absolute certainty that it wasn't altered in some way. Which means it's not substantial enough to prove Ehara's guilt. At least not in a court of law.
Gotcha. Do you know when and where the footage was uploaded?
It was posted sometime last night, but the source is too hard to pin down. The uploaders spread it across multiple servers overseas in a well-concerted effort to hide their tracks.
Makes sense. But I'll bet it ultimately came from Mikoshiba's killers, no matter how real or fake it is.
How do you figure?
Think about it. No one could have staged that unless they knew the specifics of how Mikoshiba was killed. From how he was positioned to little things like the blood on the ground, every last detail was just as the detectives described it.
That's a good point. All this browsing's really taken a toll on the old pinky.
Why would the killers go through the trouble of spreading this footage? What good would it serve them? Causing a public uproar? Obstructing the investigation? Whatever the case, I still have some interviewing to do.
Looks like another visit to Ehara might clear things up. You should ask Shirosaki-sensei about it.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
Okay, interesting. Right, we have new video games, right? Yeah, we have these DLC video games. We can do them later, not right now. How to exit this place? Yes. I wanna exit. Quit. Okay, so we need to go back to Saori.
Let me get this straight. Ehara went and felt a lady up on the day Mikoshiba got killed on purpose?
Looks like
If that's
it.
the case, why the hell would he upload a murder confession after the fact? Is he trying to get caught?
Only Ehara could answer that one for you. I want to ask him that question myself.
So, we're off to see Saori-san then?
Well, let me talk to the cat. Hello. There's some money for me?
Let's hit it.
Okay. So I cannot use the... Yeah, I cannot use skateboard when I'm with Kaito. That's okay. So where are you, Saori? Let's fight them. Ow. X boost. This guy just doesn't like being annoying. There we go. Nice.
What a waste.
400 SP. Pretty cool. Game feels a bit too loud. Let me just quickly do something about that. Okay, that should be better. Alright. Let's go to Saori-san.
Oh, hold the door, please.
Mafia, you're here?
It's been too damn long, Mafia-chan.
Yeah. By any chance, Yagami-kun, are you working on a case for Saori? A video got leaked. It depicted a man committing a murder.
Mafu is a public prosecutor for the Tokyo office. She's also best friends with Saori-san, ever since college. Two talented lady hotshots of the law, on opposing sides of the courtroom. Apparently they have a bit of a fan club.
Are you here about the Ehara case too?
Of course. The prosecutor's office is in total chaos right now, especially the higher-ups.
I'll bet. After all, they're the ones who pushed for Ehara's battery conviction. If that video's real, that would mean Ehara got them to hand him a slap on the wrist instead of a murder conviction.
Yes. And it's not like the prosecution can say, "Sorry, Your Honor, we'd like a do-over," after the fact. To make matters worse, everything leading up to the trial was broadcast all over the news. Changing our tune now would undermine public trust.
That's for sure.
So, for the time being, our department is trying to predict how the defense will approach the situation. Hence why they sent me here to check in on my good friend Saori. Totally no strings attached.
Well, that clears up a lot.
There you kids are. Figured you had to show up sometime.
Mafia? You're caught up in this too?
Yeah, she ran into us downstairs.
I'm sure you can work out that I'm here to spy on you. But wouldn't you like to know what we're up to as well?
Are you sure that's your only motive coming here?
Sorry?
Something like a professional excuse to see Yagami-san?
In your dreams? I had no idea Yagami-kun was involved until just now.
All right, I'll accept that. For now.
Gotta say, I miss this little banter.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Needless to say, our office is going through this footage with a fine-tooth comb. That said, they've already determined their stance. They've deemed it an unreliable source and therefore useless as evidence. Basically, they want it to look like it was considered and already thrown out.
Huh? So, they're not gonna verify the video? Not even question Ehara about Mikoshiba? Nothing?
Nope. Not after it was proven in court that Ehara committed sexual battery on October 7th. I mean, wouldn't you say a conviction has a certain finality to it? Besides, there's no way Ehara could have murdered Mikoshiba within that limited time span.
Right.
Either a
Which
deepfake
means
or a
the
twin.
murder video doesn't really add up, does it?
Or
What are you
maybe
getting
the previous video
I'm
of the train
saying
is
the prosecution believes
falsified.
the video has been falsified. Special effects, CGI, whatever it is, we're not buying it.
Okay, before we continue, I just want to say my theory. So, when we were on that train, right, there was this small area where there are no cameras, right? What if they hacked into the system and pretty much the first half before that camera happened on a different day, and then he just got there on the correct day and continued from there. That way he could do anything prior to this, because he literally wasn't there. He was there standing for like 1 hour, which would be the time he could be killing this guy. So we'll see how this goes, but that's my theory for now.
Huh.
Furthermore, the prosecutor pushing that stance was the one who handled Ehara's trial.
And that is...
His name is Sadao Takano. He was the one gunning the hardest for Ehara the first time around, especially considering his officer status. He kept insisting justice be served, which got the public behind him rather quickly.
He certainly looked the part of the people's prosecutor, grilling Ehara in court.
So what you're saying is, Takano could never accept anything but Ehara's original sentence. Since this footage of the murder contradicts that finding, he just thinks it's a sham.
Yes, and he'd add that a fair trial's result can't be challenged by some video on the internet.
Well, who could honestly trust a system that changes its mind so easily? Both the prosecutor's office and the court are beholden to the case as Takano-kun presented it.
But that's just sweeping the issue under the rug.
It has a domino effect, too. The police are beholden to the verdict we got, so their hands are tied. This applies to both Tokyo and Kanagawa.
Really? Why's that?
Supposedly, they don't want to get involved with Ehara until they're sure the video is real. They come in with a list of questions about the murder, it'll show that doubt's being cast on the original ruling.
Yeah, but no one can prove that the video's real.
Right. There's no way to verify the legitimacy of an untraceable video. But if the police aren't allowed to see Ehara, he'll never even become a suspect in the murder. That means he's untouchable.
Exactly. None of the detectives are happy about that. Especially down in Kanagawa. Their job is to bring in a suspect, but their leads are all ending up at the same dead end.
Video footage of a murder preventing a police investigation instead of starting one. What an absurd situation.
Until recently, people were lining up to bring Ehara to justice. Yet somehow his involvement in a murder totally derailed that.
Don't be so surprised. No cop would ever want to undermine a ruling based on their own findings. Anyone who wants to go against the grain's gonna need hard evidence on their side.
So the case goes cold, all to save face for the court and the prosecution. If Ehara really did commit murder, it'll have been the perfect crime. This debacle only serves as proof.
True. It would turn the trial into a farce. There's no way we're letting this go.
But wouldn't challenging this mean going up against the entire system?
Yeah. That scare ya?
Not at all. In fact, I was just thinking, we're the only ones who could take a case like this.
Ha! That's the good shit, kid.
This whole time, we've been writing off Ehara as a convicted sexual predator. But it's looking more and more likely the court played right into his hand. As for me, I'm done being played for a fool.
Then you've heard what I came to say. And with that, I will be on my way. But if you need help, just ask.
I think we're good for now, but thanks.
That did clear up a lot.
No problem. See ya.
Once we return to Yokohama, I might start doing the side quests.
Was Mafuyu-chan cuter than ever, or what? Think maybe it's time to light that flame again, huh?
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not like that.
Oh, wait. Dr. Saori. Sure. Heyo.
Yagami-san, we should go see Ehara as soon as possible. I wonder what he'll have to say about the video.
Mafia-kun's pretty popular now, you know. A looker like her, I bet criminals line up for their day in court.
Seriously? So sorry. What do we do?
Anyway, what I'd like to do is ask Ehara about that video face to face. Any chance we could see him again?
I was actually about to suggest that. One moment. It's from Ehara's prison.
What?
Hello? Yes, this is Shirosaki. Yes, I can talk.
His prison? Why would they call us directly?
Guess we'll find out.
Understood. I appreciate the candor. That was one of the prison wardens. He was asked to convey a message from Ehara.
About what?
In short, he won't be speaking with his representation any further.
You're joking.
To be more specific, he said he's not taking any more questions. It seems he fully grasps the situation, even in custody.
How is that even possible?
I'm guessing the murder footage that was uploaded yesterday was also planned out in advance. That or Ehara's conspirators have to be filling him in. How else could he predict we'd try to see him again so soon?
I can see either of those scenarios making sense.
But only someone on the force could be leaking insider information to him like that.
Damn. This shit's turning into a full-blown conspiracy, eh, Doc?
Whatever it is, it's screwing up our plans.
Yeah, the timing couldn't have been worse. Now what are we supposed to do?
Come on. There are plenty of leads that don't involve grilling the culprit.
Yeah? I'd like to hear 'em.
Well, if it were me, I'd start with Saori-kun.
Okay.
The first thing I want to learn is whether Ehara is really the murderer in this footage. Given the entire sexual battery incident as an alibi, there is no way he could have murdered Mikoshiba. However, this new footage knocks the bottom out of that premise.
Right. Either his alibi or the murder footage. One of the two's been fabricated.
The groping or the murder right now? Which one do we doubt more? What if they are both real?
Well, hold on. What if they're both real?
Both his alibi and the video? In that case, let's start with the murder. After committing the murder in Ijincho, Ehara would have had 13 minutes to make it to Ikebukuro Station.
Ijincho and Ikebukuro are roughly 30 kilometers apart. It's possible if he traveled 140 kilometers an hour.
Is it though? Ehara would have had to change out of his bloody clothes. So we probably ought to shave those 13 minutes down. On top of that, he was traveling during rush hour.
Why would you need to shave it
It
down?
just
He could
doesn't
just
seem
not drive and someone else
Okay,
could
then let's
drive.
rule that out. I'd say we're making some progress here, guys.
Boy, you're really reaching for that silver lining, aren't you?
Regardless who actually murdered Mikoshiba, we have two conflicting accounts here. Which one was faked? The groping incident was a setup.
I think we should revisit the harassment case. When the sentence came down in court, no one expected it to end up as a murder alibi. Plus, everyone suspected Ehara was working alone. He may have not been. All this makes a huge difference. No one would suspect a train groping to involve accomplices or alibis. The search for evidence wouldn't be as intense as for a murder.
But the entire incident was caught on camera, top to bottom. There's more
That's
than
not...
enough physical
Oh, there
evidence
could be
too.
Then we'll need to verify each and every
Okay.
aspect of the case.
another theory.
Okay,
There could be a different person in the first half of the footage and then they switched.
what first? Should we investigate the crime scene again? Maybe we'll discover something new if we check out the station during the crime's actual time frame.
No, I think we saw everything we could there. Actually, if we're reviewing evidence, we could do that from right here, couldn't we?
What catches your eye specifically? I
The
asked
blind
because
spot in the
fabricated
cameras.
evidence would likely show signs of tampering. This would prove Ehara's alibi doesn't hold up.
Time to really scrutinize this case. What evidence was Ehara relying to falsify his alibi? This overhead view of the station platform. It's that dotted line where the camera is not there. Reveal the evidence.
This part's still getting to me.
The Shinjuku station diagram? Did something happen at the platform?
Well, the majority of the incident was caught on camera. But I don't think we have any footage of what happened around here. It's not much, but it's a blind spot all the same. Hoshino-kun and I confirmed that at the scene.
Okay. But how would this blind spot change anything?
The first thing that comes to mind is, gives Ehara a chance to swap with the stand-in. The
Yeah,
real
that's
Ehara
what I
murdered
said.
Mikoshiba in Ijincho at 7:30, then headed to Shinjuku Station. Then, just after 9 o'clock, he swapped places with the stand-in, getting caught on purpose.
So you're suggesting that there were two Eharas at Shinjuku Station?
Yep. And the true assailant, the Ehara lookalike, disappeared into the crowd.
Wait, if what you propose is true, does that mean Ehara never touched the victim?
Yeah.
But the police inspection revealed trace fibers from the victim's clothing on Ehara's hand.
Trace inspection.
Yeah, so no matter what, the fact that Ehara touched the victim remains standing. The victim felt his hand reach under her skirt right after the train departed Ikebukuro. She was scared motionless for the entire commute, until arriving at Shinjuku Station.
Could you describe the victim for me?
She's an office worker married to an industrial designer. Also has a 6-year-old son. Full name, Yui Mamiya. 30 years old.
A wife and mother.
Perhaps if we talk to Mamiya-san directly, she could give us more insight than that video. She may even recall something none of us know, upon learning Ehara's alibi might have been fabricated.
That's a good plan. We'll finally have a fresh source of info.
In that case, give me a moment so I can get a meeting set up. We should have her address and other information somewhere on file. Bear in mind, Mamiya-san was the victim here. As the assailant's defense, I doubt we'll get a warm welcome.
That's pretty standard for us, I'd say. Nobody rolls out the red carpet for a detective, right?
Yeah. Say, Kaito-san, it looks like we've got some free time, so let's say we grab some food.
Now that you mention it, I am getting hungry.
Okay. I love the music in this game. It's so good. So mysterious. Alright, let's go. Where are we going?
Huh.
You think they want something? Bet it's not a friendly hello.
They do look like they mean business.
This Arcade's idea of an ambush? How basic.
Kaito-san, there's more.
Over there, too.
Same losers from yesterday. Guess they want to settle the score.
Looks like they rounded up some buddies and waited for us to show.
Well, whatever the hell they want, let's not get Genda-sensei and them involved. Follow me.
Okay.
Alright. Where are we going? Just getting away? Go around like this probably and down. That could work.
Slow down!
We'll probably get jumped on in this place.
Alright, I'm getting fed up with this shit.
Why haven't they made a move yet? It's like they're waiting for something.
Whatever it is, they're taking their sweet-ass time. Hey! Quit dicking around and come get some!
What the hell? They're just gonna keep stalking us?
Nope. Thanks for waiting, assholes.
Shit!
Ooh.
Let me guess. You're RK too?
Bastard went straight for our heads. Are you nuts, guy?
Shut your mouth!
Okay. RK people. Ow. I need something so I can attack from the ground. That's one upgrade I really would like. Kick him! Ouch. I like the snake style. They did a good job with it. This feels really unique. And they will be adding a boxing style as well. But I think it's just gonna be a rush combo. From or brawler even.
That's one down.
More of them, huh? Kill him.
Not out of the woods just yet.
More trash.
Damn. They really went all out on the backup. Is the whole town RK now or something?
Doc, we should probably get gone before the cops roll in.
Why? It's not our fault we're getting jumped.
Well, well, well.
Guess their plan was to come at us in waves. I've about had it with this crap.
Yeah. At this rate, we won't be meeting Saori-san and the others. Wouldn't want to drag them into this.
Point. So why not hit RK at home?
Yeah?
Why not? Soma and Akutsu are at the top, and they probably remember me. I'll just ask them real nice to keep their goons off our back. Unless you want to keep dealing with these fucking scrubs.
I'm fine with making a house call. Any idea where it is?
Yeah, a club in the back of Theater Square. Used to be RK exclusive. Nowadays, I hear they let in thugs from all over. I admit, I'm kind of curious.
Oh well, let's go. I mean, I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go this way. I don't think the drone championships is inside here, right? Maybe it is. Okay, let's not go that way, let's go this way.
This is it, Doc. Get ready to meet some shady people.
Yeah, shady is definitely the operative word here. Can't imagine this place gets a lot of foot traffic.
Who knew an entrance to the underground was right here in broad daylight? Alright, let's get in there and be done with this.
Oh, this is where the... Isn't this where the club was before?
Who the hell are you two? Got some
The
invitations?
VR club?
The Yagami Detective Agency doesn't need any. Say, is Akutsu or Soma around?
Detectives, huh?
There a problem here? This is a public business, isn't it?
About time you showed up. We've been expecting you.
Nothing like running into an old friend.
You want to talk to Akutsu-san, fine. But only Kaito gets in.
Why?
See, we all knew the Yakuza out in the cold would come around to us once the Tojo clan cleared out. Know what makes us such a hit?
Who gives a shit?
We got a system fleshed out. Your average gangbanger starts at rank F. But an ex-Yakuza, a Tojo head at that, fast-tracked right to B rank. Oh, and just for you, Kaito-san. The boss says he'll start you out at A.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got your pick of the chumps. But I'm here to talk to a fucking adult man. So get stepping and take me to Akutsu.
Spoken like a man with some balls. I can see why Akutsu's had his eye on you.
What? So I really have to just wait in the lobby?
You should thank your lucky stars you're not dead yet.
I don't know about this, Kaito-san. What if you need backup?
Going to gang turf without backup, that's too dangerous even for Kaido. We have no clue how many members are back there, or what they are doing.
Relax, Doc. All I gotta do is talk man-to-man with Akutsu real quick, and we'll be out of here.
You heard the man. Now come on.
Oh, if it's gonna be that quick, I'll just wait right here.
Do whatever you want.
You're shit for business.
Ah, come on. Don't you want to be friends?
It's been 10 minutes since Kaido-san went in. I have no clue what's going on. There's no sign of him returning. Guess that means...
Hey, think I could use your restroom? There's one inside, right?
Go shit on the cement for all I care. Restrooms are for guests only.
So, you in arcade too? I take it business is good lately.
Oh, hell yeah. Recruits are swarming in by the dozen. If you're looking for quick cash and Kamurocho, arcade's where it's at. Plenty of hotties, too.
Wow. And all you do is fool around on your phone. Talk about living on Easy Street.
Screw you.
Hey, not my fault they don't loop you into the good jobs. Bet those only go to the A-rank guys. You must be, what, F? F minus?
The fuck did you just say?
Oh, did I offend you? Sorry. Guess some gangbangers are softies.
I'll show you who's soft, asshole!
Well,
Sorry. Getting split up from my buddy does make me kind of an asshole.
I never should have let Kaido-san come here alone. I have to find him now. Not like sitting around would do the case any good. Anyway.
Alright, let's go.
Ooh, I'm stealthy. Okay. First I need to find Kaido. He's supposed to be talking to Akutsu right now. And all these guys are okay? It's really a pain to take them all on. Besides, if I make a scene, who knows what might happen to Kaido-san. I need to find a way around without getting noticed by them. Let's start off searching the other room. No. No. Looks like there's no one in here. Let's see if anything here can do me some good. Well, I wanna do this. Safe. Wish I could see what it was in it, but without a passcode, all I can do is stare at the thing. Maybe a vent? What's that? I thought to fit in a ventilation duct, maybe it will end up getting me where I need to be? But even I can reach that high. Anything I can do to still get a leg up? Well... probably one of these. What's this? Nothing important. I can use this. Maybe. Maybe not. What do you mean you can't reach that high? It's not that high. Literally just jump and reach it. Foothold. Come on.
Suspicious.
Oh, it looks like the perfect size. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Okay, that'll do it. Investigation complete. Look. I should be able to reach the duct like this. Alright, time for some duct work. I feel like a Spider-Man now.
Hey, where'd that new guy get taken to?
I heard Akutsu-san wanted to see him.
For real? Was he taken to the VIP room then?
Sounds like it.
I see, looks like Kaido-san was taken to the VIP room.
Even I've never gotten in there. What makes him such a big shot?
VIP room seems to be the other way. Alright, let's check it out. I don't want this item. But I don't think I can pick it up this way, this time. Probably when we go back and fight our way out of here. There's the bartender, guess he's just setting up. Maybe it's from up here, but he kinda looks like me. I just had an idea. Let's see if I can track that guy down. Maybe we can kill him. Well, not kill him, but like make him not conscious. And that could work, you know? There. There he is. Nice. Now we just
Sorry,
steal
man.
your outfit.
Take a quick breather.
Not bad, I might actually pull this off. Cool. So that means I should be able to pick up the heals that are over there. Bug bomb. I'm in a disguise, and you have no idea. Great, even more of them hang around. If I get surrounded here, it's all over. I'd be extra careful if I have to deal with any of them.
Hey, you there!
Yes? Can I help you?
You better stop fucking around. Didn't I ask you for another round?
Huh? Another round?
You forgot my order already? I want my bottle.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Wait a minute. You know what? Fuck the bottle. How about you just mix me a cocktail?
But of course.
Guess I don't have any choice but to make this guy his drink. Hang on, maybe it's just what I needed. If I put him under the table with some strong booze, I can clear out of here. It's worth a shot anyway. Hope you know some hangover cures, fellas. Serve drinks.
Here, sir.
Okay. That seems to work. Ooh, I actually managed to get through that somehow. This guy's working against one guy, but that other guard looks harder to trick. I won't be able to get into the VIP room unless I do something about him. I should lure him into the shadows on the other side and take him out there. But that means I'll have to cut across this floor. Gotta be careful about this. Should be able to do this, right?
Not bad.
Oh, I'm screwed if I get too close and they notice me. Yeah, I know. That's fine. Let's throw a coin over there. Come on. Nice. Now pick up this item. Oh no. Throw a coin again. And now we can take him on. Nice.
Time out.
All complete.
I hate to say it, Akutsu. I'm in a price bracket you couldn't afford if you wanted to.
I'm not saying you'd need to call it quits on the detective gig you've got going, Kaito-san. You can just give us a hand, help us out a bit when RK needs some real muscle on the field.
That a fucking joke? On what planet would I sign up for more busy work?
Think you might want to tone it down there, big guy? I've got my boys in the room. Being talked to like this isn't a good look.
Why would you care how you look? You're a bunch of damn Yakuza. You and Soma are picking up the Tojo clan scraps, yeah? Or do you have a real plan?
We'd have the manpower if we wanted to.
With all your washed-up Yakuza and punk-ass kids? I don't see it happening, man. What are you fucking thinking?
Exactly why we need more guys like you. Help me show this crew how the big boys roll. I need some authority on this to get it built the right way.
So you want me on as a drill sergeant for scumbags? Count me out.
Kamurocho's underground river of cash is still flowing, but there's no more Tojo clan upstream to collect it all. There's no more rules. We can run this town however the fuck we want. And once we've got ours, we can slip back into civilian lives to live it up clean as a whistle.
You want to be a civilian again? You're kidding.
Oh yeah. Want to have the cash to buy your favorite store, pop out a couple of kids and settle down with a family? Never would have been possible in the Yakuza life.
Well, why the fuck would you need me to do that? After you step into the shadow of the underworld, you never really escape from those chains. Don't sell me your bullshit like I'm one of your fucking brats.
Huh.
Sounds to me like your whole damn pitch just ran out of gas. Go out there and build your dream gang if you want. I don't give a shit. That said, if you keep bugging me about this shit, I'm gonna make sure you regret it. Keep your fucking distance from us.
Did you say us? Are you refusing to join up because you have a partner? Bring Yagami along for all I care.
Did you hear a word of what I just said?
I'd reconsider that stance if I were you. If you aren't coming along as a friend, then you're my enemy.
I don't take work from assholes.
Have it your way, then. Hey, round up the boys.
Sir. Hey! Get off your asses!
Too late for that. I knew exactly how this little chat was gonna go down.
Son of
Yeah, well, I knew exactly where you'd be for a chat you weren't invited to.
Well, if you're done over there, shall we get back down to business?
You're not walking out of here.
If you don't know how to use that thing, you're gonna cut yourself, man. You sure?
You fuckers are the ones who don't know shit. This whole damn town belongs to the arcade now, you know.
Shut
Now the
your
whole town
mouth.
belongs to you, huh? You fucking morons. You're gonna have to pry this town out of my hands!
Alrighty. Let's go.
Let's go.
Come. Attack me. Come on, I blocked it! That's stupid. I'm literally gonna die here. Okay, I need to use something. I have 3 of these, so might as well use one. Oh, that's one guy dead. Nice. And now just kill the trash around him. Everyone's keep blocking again. Very annoying. There we go.
Hey, quit dragging your ass!
Right. Sorry, boss. Yo! Fuck them up, boys!
Let me upgrade my skills for the snake style. Actually, I should have more health upgrades, right? This one, snake health boost. I might save up for the third one. Honestly, it's just 1000. I should have enough for this fight. Okay, let's use another toughness Z.
Dumbass, you down already?
No, sir. Come on, let's fucking do this!
More of these guys. Oh. Well. Looks like I'll have to use something better here. Stamina X is 6,000 yen. Don't want to use these ones. These are very... I could use another toughness Z1 for now. It's cheap, and I could use another Tauriner one. It's also cheap. There we go, that's one.
Watch this.
There we go. Let's go for Nishihara. Nice. My chair is better than yours. Ah. Okay. There we go.
Now I understand why you wanted Kaito on your side.
Still got anything you want to say, Akutsu?
I can appreciate your perspective on this, Kaito.
In that case, you better leave us the hell alone.
Yeah, we can do that. We get it. It's fine. Right, Akutsu?
Why are you here? Aren't you busy?
Just checking in.
Fuck is this?
You made quite a mess here.
RK leader Kazuki Soma. Oh.
Tak, meet Soma. He's the leader of the RK.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
You keep saying we, but I don't think you know what's going on. You just gonna waltz in here and bark orders?
Kaito-san turned down your offer, didn't he? And the other guy is Yagami from his own detective agency. Before that, he was an accomplished lawyer. Now he's with Kaito-san independently.
It's my job to be running HQ, though. You shouldn't roll up unannounced.
I'm supposed to leave you to your own devices? I do have to check in, at least to show my face.
Got a cold?
It's a dust allergy, actually. Tough thing to live with. And I used to catch hell for it in the Yakuza. Quit that infernal sniffling, they'd say.
Yeah, that couldn't have been easy, man. I bet they would beat the shit out of you if you didn't blow your nose.
You know it. I do wish we'd had the time to work together, Kaito-san. You as well, Yagami-san. It may feel like we're a small-time outfit in the immediate term, but RK will grow. We'll show you. But in the meantime, we'll leave the two of you be. Does that work?
Finally, some sense. Best of luck with the growth. As the leader here, you need brains and brawn.
Something else?
Your gang was out there searching for some guy in a picture. Oh. How'd that hunt end up turning out? He was some kind of girls' bar manager, wasn't he? It sounded like he'd disappeared from Kamurocho more than a few years back. You have any luck tracking him down?
We actually found that he's unfortunately dead. Likely murdered. Considering Kamurocho's reputation and the nature of his profession, I can't say I'm all that surprised.
Got it. I guess I was just kind of curious.
Always happy to oblige a detective.
Well, he doesn't seem too bad.
I guess we shouldn't have taken RK so lightly, even though they're new to the scene.
Yeah. Supposedly Soma's the one who spearheaded the campaign to scoop up all the ex-Tojo. Turns out he's teaching the next generation of thugs about protection money, loan sharking, mugging. He's like an unemployment agency for shitheads. They've got 50 full-time bodies so far, but if you include part-timers and other associates, they may be well over 2,000 strong.
That's a lot. Even half that's a lot.
The Yakuza left behind a gaping power vacuum in this town. Even if it was an RK, someone else would have swooped in. So much for peace and quiet in Kamurocho, huh?
Saori-san's calling. Hello?
It's Shirosaki. Sorry for the wait. I found our file on Ehara's victim.
Ah, Mamiya-san, right? Yui Mamiya?
Yes, she lives with her family in East Ikebukuro. I'm about to make a quick house call.
Awesome. Then I'll be right over.
Good. See you sooner than later, I hope.
I caught all that. You go on ahead, Tak. This one's outside my area of expertise.
Okay. I'll head back to the office when I'm done.
Okay, I need to heal up, but first improve my skills. Here. Stats, increase snake health boost. Yes, please. Oh, this just increases health boost for everything. Like all the stats, not just this one. So if I learn 3 skills in each of those, I should be able to at least get the health boosts. Like I don't need anything else, just the health from these other styles, right? So I should learn 3 skills from each. So this one's cheap, this one's cheap. Yeah, I might do that actually, yeah. So these 2 are very cheap, so might as well buy them. 600. 600. And the one that goes 1.2k is probably the cheapest one. But which one? Oh no, 600 here. Cool. So this will unlock to me more health if I need it to. Damage is a bit expensive, it's 20k. What else do we have? Damage of X action during X boost, that's cool. Battle bonus. I need this. I need battle bonus definitely. It's 15k for, 17.5k. Oh, and then these more. Okay. Well, I'll definitely get these. This will be important to finish everything. Snake style, special, sure. Yeah, I don't want to spend anything else. Okay. As a researcher, does this work in this one as well? It does. Oh, never mind, it doesn't. You can just check the posts, but not actually have any keywords yet. Unless I find the keywords. I mean, there's something over here. There's like 15 of them. Okay, I need to heal up, so where's the closest restaurant? Here, Smile Burger. Let's go. Hello. Welcome to Smile Burger, home of a free smile. Can I take your order? Yes, you can. I want these 2 and the legendary smile set. Thank you.
Starving.
Nice.
Now we're talking.
Oh, you get SP for doing these
Pretty tasty.
dishes.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Cool. So now it's done. Oh, is that like a SP booster? On the top left? Interesting. Well, let's go back to the Gandala office.
Oh, perfect timing, Yagami-san. And here I was about to go without you. Are you ready to visit Mamiya-san?
Time to head for the home of Ehara's victim, who doesn't know we are dropping by. Let's see if she will talk to us at all. What about you, Saori?
Well, the best we can hope for is that she'll hear us out.
True. Get in. The base fare is 400 yen. Where would you like to go? Let's go to Mamiya's apartment. Outside of the city, probably. Very well, sir. Let's be on our way.
Remember, we're speaking to a victim here, Yagami-san. One whose assailant we defended in court. If we had tried to make an appointment, she probably would have declined outright.
Not sure showing up unannounced is much better. So let's just hope she's willing to talk.
Yes, there's no way around it. It's a risk we had to take.
Well, here goes nothing.
Yes?
I'm Shirosaki from the Genda Law Office, the attorney for Mr. Akihiro Ehara. You may remember me from the hearings.
Why are you here? Don't you know it's rude to show up at someone's door uninvited?
I understand, but we have a pressing matter that directly concerns you. If we could do this another way, we would. I apologize for any inconvenience.
I'm sorry, but the trial's over and done with. You know I can legally turn you away.
You're right, but I'm only asking a moment of your time. Please, would you mind?
Even Saori-san couldn't whip up a solid approach for this. Are we ready? Really out of luck here?
I don't have time for this. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Wait, before you do that. Sorry to butt in. I'm Yagami, a detective helping Saori here out.
And?
I can let this be the end. I need to talk to her into opening this door somehow. Make it quick and simple.
I know in your eyes we're just scumbag lawyers defending perverts in court. It was just a paycheck to them, you're thinking. And yes, why should you care?
Wow. It's like you read my mind. If you're so perceptive, shouldn't you know it's time to leave?
Wait, that's not what I meant at all. Look, that was just an opener.
What do? We'll have nothing to work if I can't get her to talk. Let's empathize.
Are you aware of the trending video that's leading people to believe Ehara committed murder? Thing is, the victim was confirmed to be alive in Yokohama until the morning of your own incident. And since Ehara was on the train with you, they're ruling him out as a murder suspect.
So, what is it you're getting at?
Just trying to ensure you're in the clear from any of that unfortunate business. If we could do this now, we'd never bother you again. All we need is 10 minutes of your time.
How absurd.
We're only trying to help, but if later would work better for you, we could always come back another time. With our supervisor, of course. That visit would probably be more formal. There'd be paperwork, audio tapes, you know the drill. You'll want to clear your schedule.
I really don't have time for any of that.
No, I understand, and it's entirely our fault. We thought we'd do this casually, but we really should have been more by the book. But it is a murder case, so we do have to make sure our paperwork is in order here. Now, would you prefer to schedule a date to accommodate a more formal interview?
You said 10 minutes if we do it now, right?
We'll make it as painless as possible.
All right. Hold on.
We really do appreciate it.
Well, I'm impressed. I'm also not sure I should trust a word you say ever again.
Really? I did get us in the door, didn't I?
I'm joking. I do appreciate the help. Now let's not screw this up. This is likely the only conversation we'll have with Mamiya-san.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Again, we apologize for the intrusion.
Let's just get this over with already.
Yui Mamiya.
Okay, bye-bye.
We'll make this quick.
Make this conversation opener with Mamiya. Let's take a quick look around for something useful.
Suspicious.
Child's drawing, probably of his mother. They even put it in a nice frame. How cute. That flower. Interesting. If I remember correctly, Yunaria lives here with her husband and son. They seem pretty happy in this picture.
Hey, suspicious.
Child's bicycle. Obviously that belongs to the boy we just met. I mean, cool that they have lock, but unless it latches onto something, it's kind of useless. Just saying. What else do we have in here? Okay. Anything else?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
What the?
I'm sure a laptop's full of useful data, but we're obviously not getting to it. What the hell is this cabling on the lamp? What? The fuck? You okay? Who made this? Okay, family picture, sure. A mess in the kitchen.
Uh-huh. Hey.
Even a 6-year-old son. Cute kid. I guess he just started grade school. Seems pretty excited by visitors dropping by. Looks like his dad's not home yet though.
Suspicious.
Flowers?
Hey.
Oh no, this. Kid's playset must be nice, having a place big enough for one of those. Let's see, let's check this room again.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh, what? Don't me. Nothing important here. Let's look at her.
What the?
Let's see my wife, mother, office worker, and victim. They got on the same train with Kabukuro when she ended up having to suffer through Ehara's groping her. Okay, we're done. Cool.
So, talk. I've already told the police and the court everything they could want to know about that morning.
I'm sorry to put you through this again, but would you mind going over those details with us?
What else is left to discuss?
I understand how pressured you might feel.
I've gone over this so many times. I wonder if pressing charges was even worth it.
No, what you did was both brave and inspirational. Many victims are afraid to come forward for any number of reasons. Your voice might give them courage to find their own.
Ironic. Hearing this from that predator's defense team.
Well, perhaps.
Would you mind walking us through that day from the beginning?
It's nothing so mysterious. I was just on my way to work when some man grabbed my butt. That's all it was.
Nothing else was out of the ordinary that day?
Correct.
Not to pry, but where is your husband today?
Still at work? He usually doesn't get home until later. On that note, I have to feed my son, so let's get this wrapped up soon.
We'll try our best to. Moving along. On that day, you and Ehara-san boarded the train bound for Ikebukuro, correct? Had you ever seen the man before then?
No. At least not that I can recall. How many times must I go over this? Your lawyer friend here already knows everything I have to say. What do you gain by getting me to repeat things?
That's the thing. Yagami-san here is a specialist. He can take whatever you repeat, analyze it, and draw up an entirely new conclusion. Right?
Of course. That's exactly why I'm here.
Great, now the pressure's really on. Seems to be a recurring thing lately.
In the security footage as you stepped onto the train, it looks like Ehara-san stepped right behind you. Were you aware of his presence at this point?
I was. It felt like someone kept pushing up against me with no sense of personal boundaries. I remember second-guessing myself at the time. thinking it was normal for the train to be that packed.
Then the train took off while you were stuck in that situation.
Yes. And then I felt the back of his hand against me. It kept getting worse from there, to the point where he went under my skirt. And the pig had the nerve to write it off as an accidental brush on a crowded train. But that kind of touch wasn't accidental. He even grabbed at me.
Truly awful. And I do sympathize. I've also had to turn in an abuser like that. Personally speaking, some men can't wait to debase themselves at the first opportunity.
Why would you say that and look at me?
I just stood there, frozen. I couldn't see who was touching me. I had no idea what to do. I wanted to scream. But what if he just played it off? So I decided I would bear it till the next station.
Are you okay, Mommy?
I'm fine, sweetie. We're just having a bit of grown-up talk. Are you hungry?
Uh-huh.
Then go read your book and wait over there for Mommy. We're almost done.
It looks like this is going to end in soon no matter what. I should keep my questions brief. Up to now I haven't heard any contradictions between Mami's account and the security footage.
You said the abuse lasted the entire 6 minutes between Ikebukuro and Shinjuku Station. Did you see the groper's face at any time during that span?
No. I was too terrified to look. And I thought, even if I did, he'd just pull away and escape. But just as the train was pulling into Shinjuku, I reached back and grabbed the hand on me. That's when I saw his face. Of course, he shook me off as the doors opened, but I'd already gotten a clear look at him. He must have known I could turn him in at that point. So he ran, and I chased after.
Right. That was captured by the station's security cameras.
Great job tailing him in such a crowded space. On that note, did you ever happen to lose sight of Ehara-san while running?
His cap was pretty easy to spot, and no one else was bolting off the platform like that, so I never lost sight of him. At that point, I could feel my voice returning, so I just screamed, "That man grabbed me!"
I'm glad there were good Samaritans nearby.
For sure. And there were a lot of smartphones out, so I figured there was no way for him to get away with it. I was so relieved.
I see. I think I've got the gist of it. But now we've got a piece of evidence that contradicts what you've told us.
What do you mean?
I believe Mami has story lines up with her testimony from the trial, but there is one thing that contradicts. Which one? I mean, the eyewitness footage doesn't contradict. The security footage. Let's try this one. Reveal.
Well, on the same day, at 6:30 a.m. in Yokohama, a student teacher named Hiro Mikoshiba was sent off to work by his mother. But he was soon abducted near his home, only to be found dead much later in Ijincho.
Is that...
According to the video, Ehara-san here is the murderer.
What?
He killed Mikoshiba in cold blood to get vengeance for his bullied son. His kid was about to graduate high school, but instead, he took his own life. So Ehara took it upon himself to punish his son's torment.
That's awful.
But now we come back to the issue here. If this footage is authentic, then Ehara-san couldn't have been your assailant. The victim's estimated time of death and Ehara-san's time of arrival in Tokyo simply don't allow for it. It's just not possible for someone to make that commute. But there's the flip side. If Ehara-san was in fact your assailant, it would mean this murder footage is a fabrication.
I don't know what you expect me to say after all this.
Right? Now you know how we're feeling. That's why we came to see if you had any leads for us.
So that's what this is about.
After hearing your story, I have no doubt you endured a lot that day. Which would obviously mean that murder video was faked.
Then who shared that video? And why?
Wish I knew. Based on the quality, something this convincing would need quite a budget. Whether it's CG on top of real murder footage, or just a rock-solid AI creation, no way it was cheap. So why go through all this effort to fake a murder? Who would benefit from it? But I have to say, I feel much closer to piecing this puzzle together with your help today. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, and rest assured, this will be the last time you see us. Our apologies for the unexpected visit. And for dredging up unpleasant memories.
It's fine. So long as this is really the end of it all.
Well, that wasn't helpful at all.
I'd like to report Mamiya-san's account to the rest of the team. Can I count on you to be there?
Sure. Let me give Kaito-san a heads up.
All right, then I'll see you there.
Yo, me.
Hey, I just got back to Kamurocho. Everything good? Any news?
All good here, man. What's with you? You worried Arcade got to me or something?
I mean, they did run their mouths about stabbing us in the back. But if you're good, I'm good. Anyway, I'm heading to Genda so Saori-san and I can go over what we learned from Mamiya.
You're the boss. As for me, I'm calling it a day.
You do that.
Okay. Well, I guess we are going to Saori and the others. Can I talk to any of you? Not yet. You still have so many boxes here. Crazy. Alright, hello.
Are we ready, Yagami-san? Let's start with our visit to Mamiya-san, if that sounds reasonable to you.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah, let's start there.
So, the victim's story is completely in line with her court testimony, huh?
That's correct. There wasn't anything new to pick up.
Unfortunately.
In which case, should we look into the murder video instead? Like, figure out how they made it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Whether that tape's fake or real, someone had to put it online, right? Do we have any theories on who that might be?
Well, the footage showed enough of the surroundings to make the crime scene clear. As somebody who's been there, I can confirm that the blood splotches match what you see in the footage. Which means...
You uploaded Ehara's murder footage to the internet. His accomplices posted it.
The murderer's accomplices have to be the ones who posted it for him.
Yeah, I can't see it any other way.
I also agree with Yagami-san.
But in that case, what would their motive be?
Maybe they wanted to make a mockery of the police, or even the whole system.
Huh?
We know Ehara got himself convicted for groping, so he'd have an alibi for Mikoshiba's killing. But then, his conspirators turned it around by uploading the murder video online. Almost as if to say, look how he got away with it.
I see. Yeah, that does make it sound like he's taunting them.
That's well and good, but I'd like to shift gears. Let's talk about the actual fabrication of the video. How does one go about that?
Well, for example, the true culprit would be taped murdering Mikoshiba. Then Ehara's face would be copied and blended onto the killers. That's how they'd approach it in a Hollywood movie.
But then, wouldn't you be able to see traces of it being faked?
Tsukumo-san reported that he's found nothing of the sort in his analysis.
We've been down this road before. If we take the stance that the footage is fabricated, we have absolutely nothing to work with.
Then let's tackle this from the stance that the video's actually real. If that's the case, there has to be a flaw in the groping issue. I think we've collected enough evidence to find it too.
Before meeting with Yui Mamiya, didn't you mention the possibility of Ehara using a stand-in? Perhaps the real Ehara murdered Mikoshiba in Ijincho, then swapped places with the imposter so he could be detained.
But we couldn't find an opportunity for the swap to happen, remember? From the moment he set foot on the Ikebukuro platform, Ehara was constantly on camera.
But wait, that's not entirely accurate, is it?
Huh?
Ehara wasn't constantly on camera between Ikebukuro Station and Shinjuku. The proof is this spot.
Remember how we mocked up a diagram of the Shinjuku Station platform?
Yeah. Oh, wait! That's it! You could be onto something. There's a point where Ehara wasn't on camera at all.
What is this point you speak of?
Let's all go over the diagram so that everything will be clear. Here's what I want you to see.
What the?
This
Suspicious.
Yes, this is the spot I'm looking for.
It's very brief, but there's a moment where Ehara and Mamiya-san can't be seen by the security cameras. The dotted lines on the arrow represent the camera's blind spot.
It does appear so. So you're saying this is where the groper, the fake Ehara, traded places with the real one?
Can't say it's impossible, right?
Right. Except if that actually happened, Mamiya-san would have been right behind them at the time. Could the two really swap places without her noticing?
In a crowd like that, I think it's feasible.
If that really was Ehara's plan, then I'd say he was being careless.
Careless? How?
Well, on the day of the incident, the station was packed for morning rush hour. That means there was no solid guarantee the assailant could make the switch. He could have been nailed by any random passerby before reaching the blind spot.
Good point. Not only that, if Mamiya-san had called for help while the train was still moving, then the first Ehara would have been caught before even reaching the platform.
Oh, I mean, yeah! Called it.
Think about it, Yagami-san. Why would Ehara's accomplices meticulously plan out every last detail of this alibi, only to leave such a crucial component to chance, as Hoshino-kun pointed out?
Oh, just doing my job.
True. Good work, Hoshino-kun. In fact, I think that may back up my own take on it.
Yeah?
What if everything, including the appearance of leaving the plan to chance, was part of the plan?
Can you expound on that?
I'm saying I agree that such an airtight alibi wouldn't have allowed for contingencies. And that takes the question to another level. Just how far did they line up the pieces in advance to make the swap work?
Are you saying there's more to it than we discussed? What did we miss?
If everything on the day of the murder, including the train groping, was planned from the start to finish, what else can we possibly deduce? Yui Mamiya was colluding with Ehara.
I know this won't go over well, but what if Mamiya was colluding with Ehara all along?
Huh?
Bear with me. Let's say Mamiya was in on this, and knew about the imposter in advance. If that's the case, the swap could happen right in front of her and no one but the three of them would know.
You're saying the victim of a groping conspired with her assailant beforehand? That's ridiculous!
It's not a suggestion I thought of, but I have to consider the possibility of Mamiya playing a part in this conspiracy.
Let me just say, I'm only trying to work out how a swap like that would be guaranteed to work. Now, if Ehara and his stand-in both know that Mamiya will pretend not to have seen them, they can trade places in the blind spot with impunity. Conversely, if Mamiya
That's what I was
wasn't in
saying
on
as
the
well.
plan, the idea of a swap would never work. We can say with certainty that she would have seen the swaps, so... She could have even called attention to the real Ehara the moment he stepped in. That way, the people around her would be focused on chasing the correct assailant. The rest is as we know it. They caught Ehara and detained him until the police showed up.
Hold that thought. If your theory is accurate, what about Ehara's trace evidence? Remember that fibers of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand.
Well, that can also be explained by Mamiya being in on the plan. For example, while the stand-in was showing himself at the security cameras, Mamiya could have easily provided Ehara access to a pair of underwear at the same time. Maybe the stand-in loitered around for so long because he was letting everyone else get themselves in place.
It's not impossible.
We can work out the other details later. But the point is, Ehara's murder alibi is shot if Mamiya was involved. In summary, it's possible Ehara disgraced himself to secure an unshakable alibi for Mikoshiba's murder.
I'll concede that it's an avenue worth pursuing.
And when it comes to the prosecution, they can't just admit they got the first case so wrong. Plus, they can't question Ehara about Mikoshiba's murder. In fact, their only option is to claim the tape was faked.
So he managed to make a farce out of the system after all.
Well, his court case for his son's bullying did get more or less thrown out, didn't it? The school, the investigative committee, and the court all agreed there wasn't enough evidence to convict anyone. No surprise for me that the guy held a grudge against the system for so long.
Hold on. Before we all decide on this.
What's up?
The obvious question to me is why would Mamiya be party to such a crime? She appears more than financially stable, and she's even raising a child. So why would she do something so enormously risky as helping establish a murder alibi?
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. But maybe she was promised something that far exceeds the risk. Or maybe Ehara has some kind of dirt on her even?
Enough to make her help with a murder? What sort of secret would be big enough to force someone into that corner?
The 53-year-old patrolman and married office worker and mother. The only connection between them so far is the train station itself.
What info do we have on Mamiya anyway? Maybe we can spot a connection to Ehara through her profile.
I'll pull her information. Just a second.
Oh, I just thought of something else those two would have guaranteed by working together.
What's that?
If Ehara wanted to use this crime as a murder alibi, he needed it to blow up into the public eye. But if he had chosen a victim who stayed silent, then nothing would have come of it. A solid plan would need to eliminate that variable, which means Mamiya being an accomplice was crucial to Ehara's success.
That's true.
Looks like Ehara pulled one over on the prosecution then. Had his accomplices right where he wanted them, even his victim. Once we learn how he's connected to Mamiya, we can root out the rest of his team.
Let's see. According to her file, her maiden name is Yui Suzuki. 30 years old, so that's consistent. Originally from Ota, Tokyo. Attended a private high school called Kurakawa Academy. Later graduated from Toto University.
Huh.
Met her husband on the job, apparently. Her husband, Taichi Mamiya, is an industrial designer at Techno Zeta Inc. 6 years ago, she gave birth to their only son, Sotaku, who's now in first grade.
Hold on. You said she went to Kurakawa Academy? I heard that name in Ijincho. If I recall correctly...
Someone spying on me went there. Right?
When I went to scope out the murder scene, there were these 3 guys watching the detectives and me. They told us they were just checking things out, but they mentioned they're Kurakawa grads too.
You have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Kake-san, age 30.
Akihiro-san, age 30. Mommy is 30 as well.
What's that got to do with anything? Aren't we trying to find a connection between Mamiya and Ehara?
I found the Kurakawa Academy website. Looks like they're pretty prestigious. It's in Tokyo, specifically in Ota. Pretty close to where Mamiya lived. Oh.
What?
The girls there get such cute uniforms.
You little... You want to start all over from the bar exam?
Wait, I've seen that uniform before too, actually.
Where?
On an old picture of a teacher at Serio High. Sawa-sensei. Ehara's son confided in her. Is she actually a Kurakawa grad too?
Oh no.
I don't know Sawa-sensei's exact age, but she could well be 30. Maybe all of them are even classmates.
Could this mean they're actually linked? The victim and her up-to-now
It can be
unrelated
that
assailant?
connected, right?
It's a tenuous link at best. Could fall apart any time. But no true detective alive would pass it up.
Oh, well. Chapter 6.
A previously unseen link is established between the groper and the victim. Charting out their relationship is akin to tracing a spider's web. But with each false thread ruled out, only the improbable truth remains. Ehara orchestrated the groping as a diversion. And by tarnishing his name, he secures both an alibi and his ultimate revenge.
Chapter 6, Converging Heat. Yeah, face it the
Hiro
window so people
Mikoshiba's
can
murder
go from
was
outside.
sparked by the bullying of Toshiro Ehara, who committed suicide 4 years ago. The graphic video that hit the net showed the world how Toshiro's father, Akihiro Ehara, had brutally avenged his son. We also know the father had accomplices. On October 7th at 6:30 a.m., they forced Mikoshiba into a vehicle, took him to an abandoned building, and gravely injured him. Then, around 7:30 a.m., the time frame when Ehara killed Mikoshiba, the other conspirators were probably nearby, even though they weren't on camera.
At the same time, 30 kilometers away at Ikebukuro Station, a man who looks like Ehara is caught on camera. We'll call that guy the stand-in. The stand-in made sure he was in front of the cameras for more than an hour before boarding the 9:06 a.m. train, the same one Yui Mamiya was on. After committing sexual battery on that train, he meets the real Ehara in the camera's blind spot, and they change places. That's how he established a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. And to achieve this, the victim, Yui Mamiya, had to have been in on it from the start.
Sure are a lot of people getting their hands dirty for Ehara. Mamiya, Ehara's stand-in on the train, the guys who kidnapped Mikoshiba. How did some troubled cop manage to recruit so many allies?
Well, one person that comes to mind who might be the key to all this is Yoko Sawa. She's a teacher at Seiryo High. She was the only adult Toshiro-kun ever told about the bullying, and she supervised Mikoshiba as a teacher before he disappeared. On top of that, she's a Kurokawa Academy graduate, same as Mamiya. Those trespassers at the murder scene were also from Kurokawa. Since they're all about the same age, it's possible they were all classmates.
So you're saying these classmates are also Ehara's murder accomplices?
If we consider Yoko Sawa the central link, that's very possible. We do know that as a teacher, she felt deep remorse for Toshiro-kun's suicide. Maybe she recruited her old classmates to help Ehara take his revenge.
Yeah, best not to rule that out. Though I'm hoping that's not the case.
Why's that?
It's just, she's a really good teacher. She's passionate, responsible. She's always putting the students first. I know she regrets the past, that a student died on her watch. And now another of her students, Mikoshiba, is found murdered. So if it turns out she's involved in that, I doubt I'll be able to trust my own judge of character ever again.
Yagami.
I'm going back to Ijincho tomorrow. The plan is to bring up Mamiya's name to Sawa-sensei and see how she reacts. Until then, let's not jump to conclusions about her involvement.
All right.
Can I chime in real quick? I was looking into Kurokawa Academy and I stumbled across something that may be relevant.
What's that?
Well, it happened 13 years ago, but there was an attempted suicide. A third year jumped off the school's
Oh yeah,
roof
Sawa
after
said
being
about
thoroughly
that.
humiliated.
Bullying suicide from 13 years ago. Didn't Sawa Sensei mention that too? If I remember correctly, the student lived but remains in coma to this day.
Actually, Sawa Sensei mentioned that. She said it was a boy in her class.
Right, that's gotta be the same case then. The student's name was Mitsuru Kusamoto. He's 30 now, but still in a coma.
Huh, and all that info's on the net?
It wouldn't be normally, but his mother happens to be Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. Ever heard the name Reiko Kusamoto?
Not once.
I have. It was on the news. They were talking about her and her son.
Vice ministers rank above most government officials, so this lady has quite a position of power at the Ministry of Health.
Well, do you remember the uproar in the Health Ministry when Vice Minister Ichinose got arrested? Apparently, his successor couldn't contain the resulting chaos, which is when Kusamoto-san got tapped to lead. They couldn't afford another criminal scandal, so her promotion was out of the blue. She was a safe choice, a veteran with tenure and experience. Not to mention, her son's tragedy made people see her as a more sympathetic figure. Very popular. She's kind of a new generation heroine, so to speak.
This is all connected, isn't it?
Is any of that relevant to the case at hand, though?
Who knows? But Reiko Kusamoto and Ehara both have children who were bullying victims. I don't think that's a connection we can afford to overlook, if you ask me.
Okay, so Kusamoto's son. What exactly happened to him?
Let's see. He was bullied by a fellow third year at his school, Shinya Kawai. The records say he harassed Mitsuru-kun every day, in and out of school. Well, one time he even stuffed dirty rags in his mouth.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, and the teacher was a real piece of work. Apparently he knew, but he just smirked and said, "Don't overdo it."
Oh, I remember now. The media pounced on that one hard.
If they were classmates, then both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya would know about this.
And maybe because they couldn't save Mitsuru-kun, their guilt left them open to Ehara's persuasion.
But to prove that, we'll have to hear from them directly. I'll talk to Sawa-sensei first thing tomorrow.
That'd be helpful. In the meantime, I'll be working on Ehara's appeal. It's clear they missed something important in the trial, since Ehara is apparently innocent of sexual battery. Being that he was out committing murder at the time.
What started as a simple harassment case sure has blown up big.
Yep. Guess I'll head back to the office for today. Ouch. Yagami, wake up. Alright, let's get some sleep. Cat, let's see, how much money? Not much, but better enough, I guess. Let's see. Let's play one game. Kinda wanna retry the first one, the Alex Kidd one. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's so hard to hit in these old games. Let's just get to the end. Just one touch and you die. Okay. Okay, let's not worry about stuff. Oh, that's the frogman, okay. Whatever. Too hard. These old games are just too terrible. Let's have some rest. Nice.
Wait a minute, what?
Yo, you took your sweet time, but I got the gist of it. You're going to Ijincho, right? To meet with Sawa-sensei?
Kaito-san, you do realize that only I can meet her. You can't get into this school.
I know, but if you end up taking it off campus, can you at least call me this time?
Don't you understand the situation? Sawa-sensei might be tied to murder.
You sure you understand it? Come on, she would never do that.
That a fact?
So happens I'm a great judge of character. Especially when it comes to women.
Oh, sometimes I forget who I'm talking to.
Okay. Well. Time to go. There should be a taxi bottom of this. Oh wait, this way I guess. It's better. Jincho!
Well, first stop, it's gotta be Chinatown. Can't face Tsukumo on an empty stomach.
Never a dull day for you, huh, Kaito-san?
It's a selection, man. I've already worked out the math. I figure if I hit 4 or 5 places a day...
What? What's up?
Check that out. It's Akutsu.
Kamurocho thugs are looking pretty out of place here.
Yo! Akutsu! What are you fools doing in town? Hey! Don't ignore me! It's Kaito! Fancy seeing you here!
I'm kinda busy here, man. Catch you later.
What an asshole. Ijincho's a long way from home. And he's traveling with a small army.
Would he have come all this way because of us?
Nah, we just caught him totally off guard. He's not out here for us. Gotta be something else.
But something's not right if they're just cruising around. It's gotta be an RK operation. He brought too many guys for it to be something more personal.
Yeah. Kamurocho streets can be tough. Maybe they gave up. Well, whatever they came out here to do, we ought to keep our noses the hell out of their business. But you better hustle. You're gonna be late for class. I'll catch you after school.
Bye. Hello. I should head to Sirio High School. I need to find out if Mamiya really has a connection to Sawa-sensei.
Hell yeah!
Nice. So there's more side cases here. Alright, well, oh, like I said, I'll do them later. Kinda wanna focus on the main story. These side cases are cool, but like... Oh, new message. Who from? Amasawa, the MRC president. Yagami, just a reminder in case you've forgotten. I would like your advice on another case we are currently investigating. A great mystery is brewing at our school. One that could very well be hiding in plain sight. Does that pique our interest? So, please come knock on the MRC door room. Okay, will do. After I talk to Sawa, I might. Who knows? Is there? Cool.
Oh, what is it, Yagami-san?
Sensei, do you have a minute?
I saw the video of Mikoshiba-kun.
So you did. That video, right?
I thought Ehara-san was convicted for a sex offense. How could he be in that video killing Mikoshiba-kun? But then that video looked so real.
Most likely it is. As you unfortunately had to witness, Ehara-san committed murder with his own two hands. Which means as far as the groping that day goes, there's some deception at work.
Deception?
Are you familiar with Ehara-san's victim in the case? Her name is Yui Mamiya.
I don't think I recognized her, no.
13 years ago, she attended Kurakawa Academy. Her maiden name is Yui Suzuki.
Yui Suzuki? Just a minute. Are you saying she was the one Ehara-san groped?
So you do know her then? Were you two classmates?
We were, in our 3rd year of high school.
I had a hunch. You didn't know she was the victim of that whole incident?
I mean, it's just so hard to believe.
Does this all seem like a wild coincidence to you then? Your old student's father gropes one of your high school classmates at a station with 3 million daily travelers.
What are you implying?
I'm saying your old friend Yui might be cooperating with Ehara-san, as in she only played the part of a victim. She might have even known it was all to hide a murder.
What? But why? Why would she do that for him?
She really doesn't seem to know any connection between Ehara and Mamiya. If this is all an act, she's an amazing actress. I don't know if I should trust her. She's... I don't know.
From where I'm sitting, Sensei, you're connected to Ehara and Yui Mamiya. I just need your help figuring out what that connection is.
Yagami-san, please. Are you implying I was some kind of liaison between them?
Well, Sensei, what was your relationship with Yui Mamiya? Were you close? Or would you say classmates covers it?
The two of us were never really that close. To be honest, I didn't really like the group of kids she hung out with. I guess you could say we didn't have the same interests.
When was the last time you saw her? Did you have a high school reunion by any chance?
They held a reunion around the time I graduated from college, but I didn't feel like going. That same class bullied a kid into jumping off the roof.
So if that's the case, you haven't seen any of your classmates since you all graduated from Kurakawa?
That's right.
Okay then. The thing is, Ehara-san and Mamiya are connected. It is kinda loose, but it's there. They have one thing in common.
What?
In both of their pasts, someone they knew was bullied to the point of attempting or committing suicide. Ehara-san lost his son, Toshiro-kun, and as for Yui Mamiya, it's her classmate, Mitsuru Kusamoto. That could be a factor, especially for Mamiya. It's possible that Ehara-san would be a sympathetic figure to her. Maybe enough to help construct an alibi for his revenge. It's possible she only played the part of a groping victim. What do you think? Does it have any merit, or is my theory full of holes?
Even if you're on the right track...
Sawa-sensei? We're just waiting on you to start the staff meeting.
Sorry, I'll be right there.
What happened 13 years ago at Kurakawa? That might be the last piece of the puzzle. What about Yui Mamiya? How'd she react when Mitsuru Kusamoto tried to kill himself by jumping off that roof?
I'm sorry. I'm already late for my meeting.
I'm trying to ask you about a murder here. To Ehara, every unanswered question is a victory for that man. He's only a step away from walking for it. And I know Mamiya had other conspirators. It took more than one person to murder Mikoshiba. They're still at large, even as we speak. I'll be honest. I came here today with a suspicion that you might be more involved in this murder than you're letting on.
A suspicion?
Nothing you've said has made me feel any better about it.
And what should I do about that, huh?
I just want you to tell me, how are Ehara-san and Mamiya connected beyond what I've already figured out? I think you have the key to that answer, even if you don't know that you're the one holding it. It's like a lock, and until I figure out how to get through it, I'm gonna keep picking at it.
I told you, I'm late for a meeting.
I'll be here when you get back. Have a good meeting.
Suit yourself.
It's not going great, but at least I've learned she was classmates with Mamiya. Alright. Let's fix it and see what's gonna happen. Maybe if we follow her, what's gonna happen? Oh yeah, I was going to tell Saori-san about Sawa-sensei and Mamiya.
Hey, Saori-san? It's Yagami.
Hey, did you manage to talk to Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, turns out she really was in Mamiya's class. And they were both aware of the suicide incident with their classmate.
Good to know. While we're on the topic, Hoshino-kun got his hands on some new info.
Let's hear it.
The bully at Kurokawa High was named Shinya Kawai. He transferred out right after Mitsuru-kun jumped, as if he were running away. Once he came of age, it looks like he worked here in Kamurocho.
Wow, you really can find a lot online.
Yes, and to top it off, Kawai earned a reputation for talking about how he drove a classmate to suicide, like he's proud of it. Maybe he thought he'd get a laugh in Kamurocho.
Probably would.
Kawai was more or less a Yakuza, though he never swore into it. I just sent you his picture. It was taken 5 years ago.
What? This guy?
You recognize him?
Not too long ago, some RK punks came asking his whereabouts. Said he was a girls' bar manager who went missing.
Yeah, it looks like he did work at a girls' bar. But we don't know which one.
Okay, so the guy's definitely suspicious. What business would RK have with him?
Do you know if they ever found him?
No. But their leader, Soma, said something about Kawai having already been killed. Like he just vanished from Kamurocho a few years ago, and that was it.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
How was it, Saori-san? What did Yagami-san have to say?
He said he recently ran into some RK members looking for Shinya Kawai.
Did he?
He also said RK later told him Kawai had been killed.
This is getting scarier with every new lead.
Now that you mention it, I have seen people getting stopped and asked about someone all over town. But if those were RK on the hunt for Kawai, could it have something to do with our case as well?
Putting aside the connection between Mikoshiba and Kawaii, why is RK suddenly so involved?
I'm honestly not sure how RK could be involved in all this. I'm going out for a bit, Hoshino-kun. Do me a favor and keep digging up what you can on Kawaii.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you have to get out in the field. It can't just be Yagami-san all the time.
Oh, so we're playing as...
You don't mean you're going straight to RK for some answers?
What else would I be doing? I need to know why they were looking for Kawaii.
Then I'm coming with. I can't just let you do that alone.
Don't worry. It's still light out, and I plan on staying in the open. Besides, if I'm alone, they'll be more eager to talk.
That may be, but still... I'll just call you about every 10 minutes then. For your safety.
I find that rather unnecessary.
You sure?
Well, let's go. First, I'll need to find some RK members. Unlike Yakuza, they're hard to identify by appearance alone. But no worries, in times like these, it's good to know the owner of Tender is well connected. This is Bar Tender, the first place Yagami-san worked at when he arrived in the city. The owner, Yomasuda, always has his ear to the ground. I'm sure I could ask him where I might meet some RK members. Oh, that's her from the first game.
Is that Saori-chan I see? To what do I owe this pleasure?
Nice to see you too.
Oh, hi. Say, aren't you one of Talk's lawyer friends? Does that mean he's on his way too?
It's just me today.
Fine by me. That means you and I get some girl talk time.
Oh, that stings, Mari. And here I thought I had a place in your heart.
Well, no one knows a lady's heart like a bartender. I guess you can stay.
Two of them sure can keep up with the other, but if I'm going to ask questions, I better order a drink.
Let's see.
All these bottles got you feeling lost? Care for a few pours from Tox? It'll be our secret. Besides, a man with his tab can't complain.
You're too kind. So I'm actually here to ask you, how can I set up a meeting with RK?
Darn. So this wasn't a pleasure call? Well, I'm glad you're at least enjoying the drink.
True. And looking fancy doing it.
Oh, please. You two are going to embarrass me.
My apologies. I suppose being surrounded by such beauties has a timeless appeal, even at my age.
I'll second that. Masuda here is looking at least a year younger.
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Of course. If you got any younger, you'd be much too handsome. What's a girl to say?
And I'll second that.
Oh no, this isn't good. I'm getting so relaxed, I might forget about work.
Anyhow, if you're after an RK rendezvous, the good news is those guys are everywhere. But it's not like a civilian can just stroll up and ask, "Hey, are you RK?" and expect to get an answer.
You got that right. And Saori-chan needs to ask them something that's kind of sensitive. Oh, that's certainly going to make things challenging.
Just a bit, yeah.
So I say, why not let the boys do the chasing? Wouldn't be hard for an enchantress like you. But honey, we need to do something about your look. Some nice clothes and a little makeup, and you'd be unstoppable.
Finally, my turn to second something.
I suppose I would need to look approachable.
Talk told me once that if you ever felt like it, Saori-chan, you could put every hostess in Kamurocho to shame. I've gotta admit, I'm curious.
Well, A good hawk hides her talons.
You're saying I should dress like a hostess for this?
Well, I'm sure there are other ways. But if you want a foolproof plan to snag an RK, you've got one.
Oh, if you want, I can get you some looks, and you can choose what you like.
I get the message. And I suppose I'll take you up on that.
Okay, then leave the rest to me.
Okay, guess we're choosing stuff again. Sure, let's go. What do we have? Let's go with something casual. So she can actually walk. All of these are high heels though. Every single one. Probably can walk around with this one. Let's just go with a short skirt. Let's go with a... The black one actually doesn't look too bad. Okay. None of this. Glasses. Nope. Earrings, sure. Earrings are fine. These ones. Necklace. Some nails. A small hard drink. She should get some watches as well. Let's see. None of these bracelets. Let's go with mignon. Now hairstyle. Oh god, these look terrible. They're like a... Let's go with this one for now. That's a classic ponytail. Is there any white-ish color hair? No, not one that looks good. Let's go with this one. I don't think that hairstyle is so good. Perhaps a something more. Yeah, let's keep it for now, but let me change the eyes. Then defined. Cat eyes. I like the black one. Bit of that bluish glow. I don't know. Go for like a brownish eyes. Yeah, I don't think the blue looks too good. Let's not go with the glow. That's fine. Makeup. Bit reddish, that's fine. No need for a lipstick. Actually, just the classic one. It's It's not good too colorful. It's just clean. Cool. I think that's fine. Maybe change the color of this though. Yeah, to the pinkish color. Can I change the clock as well? Yeah, like this clock, sure. And the ring we might replace. No ring. That sounds good. That looks fine. Exit.
Oh, well, would you look at that? Doc was right on the money. I couldn't have imagined.
You sure about that, Mari-san? I hardly feel comfortable wearing this in front of you.
What are you saying? You're so pretty.
I wouldn't say so.
Really? You're dynamite. Though, there is one thing that's missing.
What's that?
Pride. That's the final touch you need. Pride in your own beauty.
Well, I'm not sure I have that.
Then how about your pride as a lawyer? You have that, don't you?
As a lawyer?
Yes, there it is. Go ahead and take a look. Now that's the face of the girl who gets the man she wants.
It's been a while since I felt this way. I have you to thank for that.
These bad boys won't know what hit them. Now, let's go dangle the bait.
You mean us, right?
You bet. Two nightlife girls like us alone on the street literally brings the arcade boys running. Especially along Senryo Avenue. Why don't we take a walk?
Are you sure? I don't want to drag you into this.
Are you kidding? And miss the chance to see this makeover in action? But really, I want you to succeed. I promise I won't be a bother.
Time to walk down the Senryo Avenue. If any arcade guys approach us, we'll reel them in. Then I can ask them about Shinya Kawaii and see what they've found out so far. Let's go.
Saori-chan?
Excuse me, ladies. You, get lost on the way to the beauty pageant?
We're already out for a drink. Maybe heading to work somewhere in town?
Oh, we're just two girls bar hopping by our lonesome. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that case, why don't you roll with us? I know a great place. You could drink all you want.
Wow, you guys loaded or something? We can throw them back, you know. You sure?
Hell yeah! There's a place my buddy runs. He'll be thrilled to see some ladies like you.
If they are arcade, then it might be good to take them up on the offer. How can I know for sure though? Definitely can ask them. You're arcade, alright? You are just my type. No, I wanna get wild tonight.
You know, I think you guys may have caught me at the perfect time. What I'm saying is, tonight, I want to take a trip on the wild side.
Oh, yeah? Talk to me, baby.
There's this guy in my life, a real choir boy. And being with him has got me feeling so repressed. Now I know I should behave like a good girl. But I figure I owe it to myself to cut loose every now and again.
Oh, you never told me that, Saori-chan.
Damn, girl. I'll get loose with you.
Yeah! Let's get drunk and dirty.
Thing is, we all know the biggest party people in town are RK. I heard they can really spice things up, you know?
But Saori-chan, why limit yourself to RK? I think these boys are plenty attractive.
I'm starting to think we were meant for each other.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Wait, don't tell me you're...
Not supposed to be blurting it out, but yeah, we're RK. And pretty high up, too.
Shoot. RK wouldn't be what it is now without us. I thought it'd get this big either.
Okay. Now all I have to do is ask him about Shinya Kawai. Why were they looking for him?
RK has Kamurocho pretty much wrapped around its finger now, huh?
Just about. The time of the Yakuza laying down the law is over. All that respect, chivalry shit. Dead, like all the old legends. Now the underground world is a jungle. Winning the fight's all that matters.
Wow, must be hard. But I think that's hot.
That reminds me. Weren't you RK guys looking for someone recently? A man who disappeared a few years ago?
Oh yeah, him. We were looking for this dude who ran a girls' bar.
See? I knew you guys would know what that's about.
Oh well, 5 years ago he suddenly disappeared. That's not even news in Kamurocho.
That's so crazy, though. What happened to him? You ever end up finding the guy?
Nah, didn't work out. No surprise, he was just a punk anyway. Name was Kawai. Way I heard it, some of his old friends rolled up on him one night. My guess is, it was trouble for another town catching up to him. Anyway, they argue for a bit, and it ends with the guy getting shoved into a van. And that's the last time anyone saw the dude.
Whoa, what do you think happened?
I'm thinking they bumped him off. If he was still breathing, he'd be back by now. I heard he never even picked up his final paycheck. My guess, he's fish food now. Or they buried him on some remote-ass mountain.
You have any idea who would have done that to him?
Don't know. They say it was 10 or so people. Young, both men and women. Doesn't sound like a gang thing. Who knows, right? It was 5 years ago.
A group of civilians shoved Kawai into a van, and they were old acquaintances. Could they have been classmates for Kurokawa Academy? No, I'm just rushing to conclusions.
But if you heard all that, there must have been witnesses, right? So you're saying someone actually saw him get shoved in a van?
Yep. Some chick working at his bar saw it all go down. At least that's what we heard from a guy who heard it from that chick.
Where is this bar anyway?
You mean some random dive bar half a decade ago? Who the hell knows? 100 places have sprung up and gone under since.
But then, why would anyone be looking for Shinya Kawai now? Did someone ask RK to find him? Think that's right?
Hell if I know. It's a question for the top of the food chain. But hold on a sec. Can I ask you something?
Huh?
Just a minute ago, you mentioned a Shinya Kawai. How'd you know his full name when we never told you?
Oh, shit!
You're only talking to us because you wanted dirt on Kawai. So who the hell are you?
What do you think you're doing?
Who sent you?
Now, Saori Shirosaki, attorney at law. I don't know your name.
I wouldn't even give you my name. Now let's go. Threats and violence aren't going to work on me.
Oh, what have we here? Got ourselves a bad bitch all of a sudden. Too bad she can't keep her hand from shaking.
That's just the excitement talking.
Big talk for a chick dressed to the nines to get info. Huh? Sorry, Chan?
Yeah. You even try to fuck with us, lady!
Sorry, Chun!
Huh? What the?
Beat it, punk.
Ah!
Gashi-san!
Asshole!
Higashi!
I swear, these jerks are popping up like roaches. No thanks needed. Just be careful on your own, especially when you're beautiful.
Thank you so much, Higashi-san.
I just said you don't... Wait, how'd you know my name?
It's me, Shirosaki, from Genda Law Office. It's been a while.
Holy shit! No way!
I didn't realize. Shirosaki-sensei. I didn't recognize you. You look incredible.
Yeah.
You're the one who is incredible. This is all my fault. I was the one who put Mari-san in danger. You really saved us.
Young, strong, handsome. That's 3 out of 3 for me.
Those guys were RK. Town's practically overrun with them these days.
Toru Higashi-san, former Matsugana family member of Tojo clan. He's like brother to Kaito-san, and he knows Yagami-san too. He runs his arcade full-time now, but apparently he still keeps up with the Yakuza fashion trends.
If you'd like, I can escort you somewhere safe. I got nothing but time on my hands.
Oh, you don't say. Perfect. Who says we can't still salvage some fun out of tonight?
Oh, before we do that, let me call Yagami-san.
Shinya Kawai was his bullet 13 years ago. He vanished from commercial when he was abducted by a group in a van. It seems like they were all people he knew, and it's possibly they were in classmates from Kurokawa Academy.
Yagami's still a jackass, I see. When Shirosaki-sensei calls, you pick up in 2 rings.
It is strange that he's not picking up. I'll try again.
What's happening? On the other side.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, 2 known school bullies, and they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Alright, thanks.
Now I guess I wait for Sawa-sensei. Still a lot of time before the faculty meeting ends. Oh, it's a message from Mama Sawa. Yagami, one of our underclassmen wants to talk to you. Could you come to the club room again after class if it's not too much trouble? No problem. Mama Sawa wants to talk about her underclassmen. I've got time, so might as well go see what that's all about. Oh yeah, there might be some new jobs over at Tsukumo office too. It's still a bit before the faculty meeting ends. I should kill time elsewhere. Okay, killed some time. Might as well go to the MRC then. So where was the MRC? Oh, here. In this room, place. Since we are here, might as well, you know. Down there.
Yagami-san.
Oh, Yagami-san, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yep. Outside counselor for the MRC at your service.
Yagami-san.
And congrats on that, Yagami-san. Definitely better than being on Sis' bad side. She must have really laid into you, huh? She was all worked up the day before, ranting about busting that pervert.
I guess so.
Yeah, almost ended up on the front page of the papers, some kind of high school creeper thanks to her.
I'm sorry.
I ought to apologize for that.
Either way.
So, Amasawa, you want to talk to me about something?
Yes.
Yes, there's a rather nasty rumor going around. We were hoping you could help us with the investigation.
Well...
As a matter of fact, there's a possibility that the sugar baby incident is actually related to this rumor. I suppose I had to do my duty as advisor. Better hear Amasawa talk about this urban legend.
Yagami-san.
Somewhat recently, a large number of Ijincho teens have begun engaging in illicit behavior. All these delinquency issues are flying under the radar, without any authority figures catching Kawaii so far. Which is surprising, considering they really run the gamut. Shoplifting, smoking, sugar babies, street racing, gambling, phone scams. Even more surprisingly, many of these cases are otherwise reputable students who decided to break bad out of the blue, almost simultaneously. That is rather strange. The most intriguing part of the rumor, though, is that a single individual has enabled this criminal activity.
Huh?
You mean, there's a mastermind behind it all, or something? At least, in effect, if the rumor is accurate, someone is leading these students down a dark path. Word is getting to the point that this sole person appears to be the entire source of all this delinquency.
Oh.
Sounds almost like some kind of urban legend. Apparently, the Zero High students refer to him as the Professor. Okay, let's hear about the Professor. I like to believe it's a reference to Sherlock Holmes' greatest nemesis, Professor James Moriarty. He masterminded all sorts of criminal acts throughout London. In his debut story, he is referred to as the Napoleon of Crime.
In other words...
But perhaps it would be more accurate to refer to our own professor as the Napoleon of Delinquency.
So, to sum it up...
This is fascinating stuff, but he said it's all just a rumor so far, right?
No.
Well, the recurring themes in these rumors are specific enough to make me think there's something to them.
Well...
Apparently, there's a secret website run by the professor that only serial students can access. I've identified some students who admit they know of the site, but they are not exactly opening up to me any further. Oh, a secret website. What's that supposed to be? Some kind of message board? I've always heard those wind up turning into pits of anonymous hate. Nothing but places for bullies to get their kicks.
Yes.
Likewise. However, there's apparently a unique feature on the professor's website that has gone on the students' attention. What kind of unique feature? Well, when students write posts stating their desire for something, it sounds like the professor appears and grants their wishes.
Unbelievable.
Grants wishes? That's absurd.
No.
May I remind you, this is only a rumor. But I imagine if someone of the wishes for answers on the tests, or a way to make easy money, or to get revenge on certain individuals... Okay, this is starting to sound a little more like a case than an urban legend. But it's still awful hard to swallow.
Yes.
Yes, but it sounds dangerous enough to merit investigation. Considering the hooligans that the professor seems to surround himself with, this is someone no high schooler should turn to for assistance. What about the thugs?
I see.
Oh, he's got hooligans. That complicates things.
Hey!
What's a hooligan? The kind of punk who pulls scams and runs shady businesses. Sort of like the Yakuza, but without any of their rules or discipline. They can be a lot worse to deal with. Anti-gang laws don't apply to them, so they are hard to sweep up. More and more of them are popping up ever since the Tojo and the Omi disbanded.
Right.
Wow, I had no idea.
Well...
On a related note, I've heard that the dance club Sugar Baby nearly got caught up in a dangerous situation. But some large, vulgar man apparently appeared and offered her protection. Apparently, they were sent to serve as her enforcers. I'm surprised you know what they are called. I read a lot of books. At any rate, considering the range of criminal activity we've already discussed, I imagine this hypothetical operation in a Jincho would be quite a lucrative one.
If I were to guess...
In fact, it could very well be lucrative enough for someone to decide it's worth capitalizing on, perhaps with the use of mysterious frontman. Okay, so all we talk about as professor might be just a smokescreen to let these ducks run their schemes. That actually sounds more plausible.
Yes.
You see now, from the right perspective, this urban legend actually appears rather mundane. That's all good for now. Amasawa, I think I've got a solid grasp of the situation. Do you need anything new from me, or should I just keep at it with the dance club for now?
Yes.
No, please just continue with your efforts. Thank you. In the meantime, I'll keep after the professor rumors and sniff out anything useful. I know you already have your hands full, but depending on what I hear, we may need you to infiltrate the other communities as well. Sure, just let me know when you need me. Oh, by the way, there's an app I recommend you download if you're going to getting more involved. What is it? It's a scheduling system for tracking your activities and responsibilities. It seems popular amongst teachers who are also club advisors. I imagine it'll do you some good, considering your increasing involvement in school life. Okay. So it gives you all the missions you have for the school. Like case files for the schools. Interesting. Zero has become playground of all sorts of shady activities as of late. At the behest of Kyoko Amasawa, president of Mystery Research Club, Yagami looks into these matters and forms bonds with the students along the way. These investigations are known as school stories. As Yagami infiltrates different communities and leaves a positive impact on students, his leadership will grow. This will help him see each school story through the end.
Now that you mention it.
By the way, Yagami-san, I heard the chairman that you have a lawyer's license. Yeah, although I'm not practicing anymore. What about it?
No.
Oh, nothing. It's just the thought of almost accusing a lawyer of being voyeur gives me the shivers. Think I could sue for defamation? Please don't. Alright, that's a completed quest. Do I have any skills I can make? Upgrade, that is. Definitely want to go for stats, battle bonuses, at least these two ones I could buy. I'm not sure about the third one yet. I mean, it is extra 50%, but how worth it is. I don't know if the last one is worth it, the 80k, unless it's like really big boost. But maybe the 10k and 20k is fine. So, I can buy this health upgrade for 5k. This one. And I guess that's pretty much all I can do. Don't know where else. Guess I could go for social smoker, but that's kind of pointless. I guess I'll get this photo options and the photo master. And maybe the momentum and target lock. Sure. I'll keep that for now. So Tiger, I would need 3 more upgrades to even be focusing, so that's 1.2k, 1.2k and 1.2k for 3 upgrades. Oh, this costs 40k. Is there something as expensive in this style? Oh, there is. You need Book of the Slithering Snake, Volume 3. There are a lot of really cool skills. Secret of a Snake, Hidden Arts Extension, and some other skill. That could be cool. Agonizing Strike. Oh, definitely need this one, Agonizing Strike. That's for holding triangle after 3 attacks. Quick Step Stun, I don't need that as much. Additional strike to parries during X boost. That's interesting. not need that. Okay, yeah, overwhelming parry would be nice as well. Interesting. So, is the time... I still need to kill some time. Is the skate park here? There was a skate park, right? And the school somewhere. I need to find it. Like, now where would it be? Doesn't look like there. Let me have a look. Sun's starting to set. The faculty meeting should be over now. Okay, well, never mind then. I have to go back to the faculty room. We can do that. Oh, they're selling noodles and stuff. Wait, what was this? Oh, it's locked. The nurse office. Okay. I guess it will be part of a quest or something where you need to get someone to the nurse office. No, back to here. She's not even there. This is Sawa-sensei's desk. She's not come back yet?
Pardon me. Did you have business with Sawa-sensei?
Yeah, the faculty meeting's over, right?
It just wrapped up. But Sawa-sensei went home in the middle of it, about an hour ago.
What?
Apparently she got a call from her apartment manager, saying her place was broken into.
Oh no.
Broken into?
She told me to tell you that if you came around.
Okay then, do you think you could give me her contact info or something?
No, I don't think I can. Oh, I'll just give her a quick call. One moment. No, she's not answering. They're probably busy.
But I guess she's home then?
I'd say so. Her place is within walking distance.
It is? Sawa-sensei lives in Ijincho?
Yes, but I really shouldn't be giving that kind of info out.
Sure, I appreciate the need for privacy. You've been a big help.
Okay, we need to find out. Sawa-sensei's apartment was broken into. Very strange timing for that. What's going on? I don't think I should let this go though. I wonder if there's anyone who can tell me Sawa-sensei's address. Maybe the MRC club. Well, I don't know. Probably not in here, right? Oh, the principal. Definitely the principal. He's on 3rd floor. If he's still here, that is. Hello.
What's the matter, Yagami-san? Is there still something you need?
Well, do you think you could tell me Sawa-sensei's address?
Come again?
Not too long ago, she got a call that her apartment was broken into. And another teacher tried to call her, but she wouldn't answer.
So, what? Are you going to go check on her yourself? At her place?
She's within walking distance, isn't she?
I believe so. But this is a young woman, living by herself. I shouldn't be giving you her address without her permission.
We're detectives. Give us a bit of time, I'm sure we can find out ourselves. But on the other hand, that wouldn't be best for either party now, would it?
Then can't you just ask her yourself tomorrow?
Chairman, you're aware of the Hiro Mikoshiba murder footage, right?
Yes, of course I am. But from what I've heard from police sources, it's very likely that video was faked.
Well, I have it on good authority it wasn't faked at all. So for the sake of argument, let's say the video's real. And that Ehara is the one behind having posted it deliberately. He's got the Criminal Affairs Department saying it's probably faked. So the police are playing right into his hand. And let's say his motive in all this is to avenge his son's suicide. justice for his bullying that he never got.
Now wait just a moment. We proved in court that no bullying had taken place here. Sad as it was, the trial concluded that bullying wasn't what drove poor Ehara-kun to suicide.
Actually, before Toshiro-kun killed himself, Sawa-sensei reported a bullying incident to his homeroom teacher.
What?
But at the trial, she wasn't able to testify to that. She had no choice but to deny the whole thing. From Ehara's perspective, that was unforgivable. And after all that, Miko Shiba was murdered, and now Sawa-sensei isn't picking up her phone following a break-in at her place.
What are you implying here? It's like you're saying she's going to be next.
I just want to check up on her. If it turns out the break-in isn't linked, I'll turn right around. And I'll make sure nobody knows the chairman gave me her address.
Well, fine. I understand.
Alright, that worked. Sawa-sensei apartments in Takayuki Avenue. That should be near Hamakita Park. Well, let's quickly get there and protect her if necessary. Hope she's fine. Unless she is involved. But probably she isn't, that's the thing. They just wanted to silence her. Otherwise, why would that woman visit her? Unless there's some bigger plan for it. How is that curb not part of that? That's annoying, honestly. Come on! You call this walking distance? I wouldn't walk this every day. It's literally the other side of the town. Well, the chairman told me that the Sawa-sensei lived here in apartment 304. It's way quieter than I would expect for a place that just had a burglary. But this is apartment 304. Sawa-sensei should be here. I knew I shouldn't trust him.
Kawana? What the hell are you doing here?
That was quick. I guess we couldn't ask for a better piece of bait. Kick us off, Akutsu.
Okay. Well. Well. I think this is a perfect stopping point. Chapter 7 next time, but yeah, we can continue later.